Don't mind the mess. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm sure you've already noticed my red face. That's because I'm back on beach patrol lifeguarding again. Guys, I cannot stress how hard it is to make videos while working on the beach patrol. It literally consumes all my time and I'm always exhausted after work. It's just part of the job. On my days off from beach patrol, I'm working my other job that I worked in the winter time to maintain my position there. That way I have something to go back to when winter rolls around. I'm also sure you've noticed I'm back at my old place. Come summer, I always come here. It's just way more convenient and it's right next to my job, so it's a win. In the winter, I'll try to head back to the other place that I lived at and rebuild my studio. For those of you who are wondering, my old studio, that brick wall, was actually not real brick. It was actually just wallpaper along with a wooden board that I bought at Lowe's, and I just papered it up because I knew I was going to put a bunch of nails on the wall for all my swords. But as my time came to an end at the other house, I had to cut it apart and set it on fire, as to make sure there was no trace of me ever putting that stuff up there. So once I moved out, I came back here. I passed my requalification test and immediately started working back on the beach patrol. Along the same time, my friend Sarah was also making a video that I helped out with. It was actually like a very professional shoot too, a very small crew, and my role in all this was the set designer. So eventually when that movie comes out, I'm planning to watch it with you guys and just put my commentary over it and just let me know what you think of my set design. Literally everything in the movie, except for like the outdoors and the house itself. All the rooms I designed the interiors. A lot of people asked me if I did it professionally and I was just like, no, sort of. I make wooden swords on YouTube. So that was a 4-day shoot and it was like the real deal. I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to drive over there before the sun was even up so we could start shooting right at the crack of dawn all the way until well into the afternoon, sometimes even the night. We shot in a few different locations, one of them being the house that the movie takes place in, and another along a beach that was very reminiscent of Death Stranding. Other than that, I was working pre-season, which is where they bring in all the lifeguard equipment, the stands, umbrellas, boats, literally everything needed to be placed. And there are 26 beaches in total. Well, we call them beaches, but there's sections of a beach and each person gets their own section. I got my own section this year. I had my own beach. It was really cool and I was kind of the senior guard, which is weird to say because in the past, I've always been the can man or the rookie, but you know, after your first year you're not a rookie. They call you a can man because you're the guy who goes in and rescues the person. And when it finally happened that someone needed our help, I was the one who had to spot them and tell my can man to go get them. And it was such a weird feeling not being the person responsible for getting the victim. It was made me feel old. So what you do in those situations is you're two guards per stand, and one guard will go in and grab the victim. I'll be on the radio and I'll say, sneak on my beach, sneak on my beach. So sneak is something that happens when it's not necessary to alert the entire beach patrol. You could just send one person in to do the job. We call that a sneak. Other than that, there's the rescue. When you call rescue, all the lifeguards from surrounding beaches will come and they'll help you out and create like a chain, and then you pull the victim in. Those are for really like nasty circumstances, but most of the time sneaks are just one person's out too far or lost their footing and is panicking, so you just go in and you grab them. So anyway, I'm on the radio and I'm calling sneak on my beach, sneak on my beach, watching them pull the victim in and then go in all clear. And it just feels really weird not being the person in charge of saving anyone anymore. Now I just kind of like sit back and just watch other people do it. It's really weird. I'm not sure how much I like it, but as I am becoming a more senior guard, that's what they call us, I find myself wanting more of the action. But you know, a lot of people didn't return this year and we were forced to, you know, take who we had and just get all these rookies, these like young kids, and just train them and show them the ropes and hopefully make good lifeguards out of them. it is a very taxing thing to do in general. You know, all these fresh faces, and they're just kind of here like I was 5 years ago when I started my time on beach patrol. It's a lot of work, and I really love the job, which is why I keep doing it. But I'm hoping to still get in on rescues and sneaks every now and then. It's more or less why I wanted to be on the beach patrol to begin with, is I wanted to do stuff instead of observe and tell other people to do stuff. You know, you hear it all the time from the lieutenants. We have lieutenants, they drive around trucks. They literally can't get in on sneaks and are probably the last ones to get in on a rescue if they arrive there in time. I hear it all the time from my friends who are lieutenants. They just wish they could be sitting back on the stand. There's a lot of transition involved in, you know, climbing the ladder of the beach patrol. And I'm very happy being on the stand. Hopefully I'm there for a lot longer, but we'll see what happens. One particular thing about my beach that's super awesome is that we have this seagull that just comes up to our stand. It'll sit there with us, it'll hang out with us. One of my stand partners actually got it on his arm, and it was just chilling there for the longest time, which is super cool. Anyway, I didn't want to bore you with my stories of beach patrol or anything like that. I just wanted to say I wanted to make this video when I first came to live in this apartment, and I just never found the time. I can't tell you guys how exhausting it is to sit up on a stand. And I know a lot of people come up to me and they're like, oh, all you do is sit and tan and look at girls. And it's like, no, not even close. You have like the sun beating on you all day long. It gets hot, you're watching the water, you're looking for things that might be abnormal. It's a lot more work than people give you credit for. Anyway, so you know, I'm now like a month and a half into beach patrol, and I wanted to make this when I first moved in, and I just couldn't find the time. Who knows when this is actually gonna come out? And I know I have another month and a half left of beach patrol, maybe more, depending if I do postseason. So with that said, I am gonna try to be posting more videos on YouTube, but it won't be my regular stuff. I actually found a fun alternative. I went to a dollar store and found these really shitty movies, like $2 each, and they're just some of the dumbest titles. I figure I can do like little movie reviews, kind of like what Red Letter Media does, at least for now. Once the summer's over, I'll try to get back to my regularly scheduled program. I actually have a half-finished sword that I was in the middle of making when all this went down. I thought I had enough time to finish it. Turns out I didn't. And so now it's just sitting in the corner, collecting dust until I can get back to work on it. So anyway, that was the video. It really was a short one, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm still here doing videos. I can't tell you how hard it was to find the time to do this. I'm actually exhausted right now. But yeah, look forward to me making some videos about me watching other people's shitty movies. And honestly, it's been a while since I made a video. I forgot how to end this. I will see you on the next one.